Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Hello everyone, today we'll see how to create this levitation photo manipulation in here. As you can see, it's really cool. So we'll see how to do that inside Adobe Photoshop by compositing this image in here and the background, of course, in here. Alright, fantastic. So let's get to it. Alright, so open your Adobe Photoshop and just drag the image you want to use. And for this levitation photography effect, or you can use your own images, but you need to have a camera and tripod to make a perfect shot, and then another shot for the background you are making the images in, and just bring it inside of Photoshop and just make a little bit of work. But for this tutorial, we'll see how to just try to make a levitation photo from different images in here. I picked from DeviantArt. I will make sure to put the link for these images in the description below. Here's the background, and here is the image of the girl that we'll be using. So now we'll see how to cut this girl from its background. So let's just open it inside of Photoshop, and we will be using the pencil for this picture in here, because it has a lot of curves in here and shapes, so it will be easy to use the pencil. And before you be using the pencil, you need to make sure in here set path, because that's what we will make a path, not a shape. So we just delete that and start from the beginning in here. So we just start from here. So we just one click in here, and this will add the points, and I will just one click and drag like so. So I will make a shape in here. So you can always go back, and by pressing Ctrl on your keyboard, you can just just adjust this line as you want it. So you can just make it even further in here and go, and always by pressing Ctrl you can just adjust this one in here and make it even like that. And then by pressing Alt you can just adjust this one in here without touching the other handles in here. So it will just manipulate this one in here. So just make it like this, and make another point in here like so. You can always go back and adjust this. So again, I'll just make this one like this, and I will just keep going like this. So alright, like that. So we just fast the video because it will be really boring to see me keep going like this. So we'll be back in a second. Alright, now that I closed the path in here, so we just right click and then choose make selection in here, and I will make the feather and the radius a little bit up, maybe 0.8 or 1 pixel. And I will press OK, and then I will just go to this layer in here, and I will just make a layer like this. As you can see, this will cut it. And don't worry about the hair. We will just use another hair later. So I will just go and open the background image in here. So we just open it in a separate window in here, and I will just drag the image in here and place it in the background. So I will just press Ctrl T so I can put it in in a way that I want it. So maybe something like this. Alright, it's better like to make your own image, but this way like you get to practice more and try like to be more challenging, to use another images from other places and make it work. Alright, now we need like to make this flying dress in here to blend with the background of our image. So we need like to make it a little bit transparent, so we will see through the dress in here, because it's kind of transparent, and we need like to make it as real as we can. So we need like to make the background see through the dress in here. So alright, so there is a really cool trick we can apply in here. So I will just make make another copy of this layer in here. So I'll press Ctrl G, and then I will just double click to it. So I will open the layer side dialog in here, and for this we will just use the blend F option in here. So will be this trick to make an object blend for this background in here. So we just, by pressing Alt, I can just drag one of this handle in here. This, by pressing Alt, it will split it, as you can see. So we just drag like this, and we press OK. And the way, because like you can't see it because we have the other layer in here in for opacity in here. So now you can see it is like transparent for the background. Now it would looks like it's being shot this image in this background in here. But now we still have our layer mask in here. So I will just pick a brush, and then I will just try it like to delete the part that it would be visible, fully visible for this area in here. So we just, by pressing the white in here, I will just try like to delete this part in here, because like it shouldn't be transparent. So we'll just delete this part like that. Alright, as you can see. And now for this one, we just delete this part in here, for this part of the dress, like so. Alright. Now we just blend everything together like so. Alright, something like that. As you can see, this part of the dress is transparent with the background of our image. It looks cool. As you can see, that's what we got. Alright, let's delete this part in here. Okay, let's go. Alright, so this is easy. Like now we have it look like it's a little bit realistic, as you can see. Now we need like to blur the edges a little bit from here, but first let me delete this part in here, because I don't think like we're gonna need that. So I'll just delete it. me make the opacity 100. Just delete this button here, like so. Alright. Right. Alright. Now we need like to blur the edges a little bit, so we just right click for in the layer mask in here, and then we just choose refined mask, and I will just keep it like this in the on layer mode in here, and I will just make the feather a little bit up, so we just put 2 pixels maybe, or 1.8, and I would shift the edges a little bit down a little bit, maybe -8. Alright, something like that. And if I choose so the original, as you can see in here, you can see the difference. So let me just reduce it a little bit. Alright. Okay, looks cool like this, and I will press OK. As you can see, it will make it blend a little bit. And now we need like to make the same thing for this dress in here, so we just double click, we just just right click to the layer side in here, and I will choose refine mask again, and I will go to the feather again, and I will choose 1.7, and I will shift the edge a little bit -8, like so, and then press OK. It looks cool. Alright. Okay, so let's first like try to replace our girl in the right spot we want. So I think it should be a little bit in here. Alright. Okay, something like that, and I think we need like to also modify the position of our background a little bit. So we just double click, press OK, and I'll press Ctrl T, and I will try like to make it bigger a little bit, and just try like make it look. To make it up a little bit, like that. Alright. Okay. Let's go back to our modeling here, and I press Ctrl T. This alright, looks cool like this, and okay. Alright, let's put this in a group by pressing Ctrl G. Just so type girl in here. Now we need like to fix this thing in here, so we just, as you can see in here, so we just make a new layer, and I will just by using a brush, I can just sample a color from her hand in here, and I will just try like to paint back for the hand in here. So first we need like to make a clipping mask for this, so we just clip mask this layer in here by pressing Alt and make the cursor in between the layer. I will just one click and it will clip in mask between them. So now we just sample the layer, sample the color, and I will just try like to move this in here like so, as you can see. Alright. You can see it started like to disappear. Alright. So just go through all this parts in here that need to fix. Alright. As you can see. Now let's go this one here. Okay, let's go to the legs. I think this video will be really long, but I'm trying like to show every technique you can use to make your own levitation photo. So let me delete a little bit from here. So we just select this. Alright. Let me just go for the dress in here, and I will just choose this color in here, and I will try like make it look. Alright. Okay, it looks cool. Alright. Now we need like to make the hair. So let's make a new folder in here, and we call this folder hair. And we just I would go and I would choose my hair stack in here. I will make sure like to upload all these resources I'm gonna be use. So we just open it like so. I will make sure like to upload this link where you can download this hair stocks in here. So we'll be using this dark hair in here. So we just pick this black in here, and we just take it and drag it in our window in here. So just duplicate it because we will be using it a lot. So I would press Ctrl T, and I will just try like to place our hair in here in the area. So it should be like falling apart. So we just choose flip horizontal, and I will just try to follow this hair in here. For this first one in here, so we just make it bigger a little bit, and I will just use this part in here alone like this. Alright, press enter, and I will make a layer mask. Let's click, and I will choose a brush. I will just delete this part in here. Alright. don't worry about the color, we'll fix that in a little bit. So we just double click, so we just double it again by pressing Ctrl G, and we just press Ctrl T to place it, I think. So basically I'm just using this the last part of the hair in here, so let me just make it bigger and flip it horizontally again, and I will just use alright. So the trick here is like to make it look believable a little bit. Alright, I think this would fit great. Alright, something like this. Okay, let's enter, and again I will make a layer mask to it, and I will just delete this part in here, like so. Can see we just make a new hair. So now we just apply a hue saturation for it, so we'll just blend it. Yeah, like if I give it like more time I would make it look more professional, but for the sake of this tutorial we just stop here. So we just make a hue saturation, and we just make the lightness black a little bit, but I need like to make a clip-in mask for this group only, so we just make a clip-in mask to it, so it will affect only the hair. So we just make the lightness down to make it black, like so, as you can see. Alright, something like that, and it will fit perfectly in here. Alright, looks cool. Now let's make this in a folder, pressing Ctrl G and call it again here. Now we need like I wanted to, it would be a light coming from this window to her, specifically for her. So I will just make another group in here, and we will call this light, and I will just go to the pen tool, and I will just make a, let me see, coming from there and like this, and going like this and coming like this, this and this. You see, it should be like this. The only way I use the pencil because I can like adjust my selection like this. Alright. Okay, and I will just Ctrl Enter. I will make a selection, and I will create a new layer, and I will just pick a brush, and I will turn down the flow for like 10%, and I will start like brushing with this color in here, with the white color. Just try to brush the light coming from the window like this, like so. Alright. Okay, something like that. Then press Ctrl D to deselect, as you can see. Now we just make a layer mask again, and with the black color I will just use the same brush, and I will just delete these edges in here, so which will make it look a little bit believable, like so. Alright. Like that. As you can see. Right, looks cool. I don't need like to work more for this, but I'm just showing like a really quick method to do that. It's easy. You can always use a brush, but it's good like to make it like this, your own. Right, looks cool. So let's just like make it look, it's the light is stopping from coming out from the hand. So just try like, alright. So I want like the light coming from her fingers like this, so I can just make go to the marquee tool in here, and I will just make a new layer, and I will just make some rectangles in here. Let me use a small one like that, another one here, and another small one like so, and another one really small. Alright, and I will just fill it with the same color by pressing Alt Delete and press Ctrl D to deselect. Now we just press Ctrl G, and I will make it even smaller like that, and I will make a copy of it by pressing Alt and press Ctrl G, and I will flip it vertical like that, and I will just press Ctrl G, and I will make it like that, and I will just placing it like so. so it looks like lines coming from the hand, like so. Alright, something like that. And then I will go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I will give it like 3 or 4 pixels. It depends on the resolution of your image. And I will just control one click, it will make a selection. Let me reduce that and make another blur. I think I blurred it too much. Alright, and control to make selection in here. And I will just, let me first duplicate this one in here. I'll just reduce this to like 50% and make this 40, like so. Alright, and I will make a selection for this one created, and I will just go and choose a brush, and I will just delete like that. For H to hide the selection. Alright, go to this one in here. For D to deselect, as you can see. Now I'll just try to fit it, to make it fade with the light in here. So we just like that. Just a little bit, like so. And we'll use the same method for this hand in here. Or something like that. Okay, you can just, you know, go more, try to make it look good, but I will just keep it like this, because this tutorial will be so long if I keep like just making the light in here. Alright, something like that. Okay, let me just make another one in here. Alright. Alright. Okay, something like this. Okay, let's scroll that. As you can see, start to go with the hair. Now I will just, let me first apply a color to it. So we just make a curves adjustment, and I will go and I will choose a red, and I will add a little bit more red to it, like so, not that much. Alright, something like this, and I will add a little bit of blue. Let me just reduce the blue a little bit. Okay, something like so. So it will make orange in here. Okay, looks cool. Let me just go and choose a gradient tool in here, and I will choose this one in here, and I will just delete a little bit from here, like so. Alright, let me just delete like that. Okay, should me like makes like the lights coming like this with this color. Okay, let's go back to the background, and I just see this yellowish and green thing going in the background, so we just apply a hue saturation for it. So we just go and choose hue saturation, and I will choose yellow, and I will just reduce the saturation of it like this. As you can see, let's reduce it just a little bit. Alright, something like that. Okay, as you can see, maybe that's not much. Let's go to yellow again. Alright. Now you know, to make it like look more cooler, you can add a little bit of dust to the image. But first, like, we need to create our dust brushes. So it's really easy to do. So we just go to File, New. Like, you can use the brush I would be included for this pasty. But if you want to know how to use that, you just create like 400 or 500 width and height a new file and press OK. And now you just pick a regular brush like this. You can just use it like, just make a tiny, dust with a black color. Let's make it like really tiny like this, So it's just that easy to do, it's really ridiculous to do. And now just go and choose Edit and define brush preset and choose dust. It's okay, and now we have it in the brushes in here. So we just close this hair stuck in here, and now I will just go and make a new folder, and let's call this dust brush, and go to and make a new file. And as you can see, we have our dust in here, but we need to customize it. So if you don't have it open, the brushes in here, so just go to Window and choose Brush in here. So first we're gonna do, we just make the spacing a little bit up, like 60% or 62, and then we will make a shape dynamic. So first we need to make the size jitter up and the angle jitter too. So this way we can just change its angle wherever we use it. So now we go to the scattering and we make it like a little bit like 300 or 200% in here. This way which will make it to give it more spacing, as you can see in here in the little preview. Alright, and there we go. Now we can just save it as a new dust in here. So we just press OK, and there we go, have our dust. Now we choose this color in here, and I will just make it a little bit bigger, and I will try to make the dust in here. So as you can see, let's try to make it looks really cool, especially in here. Alright, something like this. Alright, as you can see. And you know, just keep going like this and make as much dust you want. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Alright, something like that. Don't worry, like we'll delete a little bit from this dust in here. Alright, now we just create a layer mask to it, and we just choose a regular brush, and I will just start deleting a little bit of this dust and in here. Alright, so we're almost done. Alright. Alright, looking good. Like it's good, like to give it like really more time to it. It will look even better, especially if you have your own images. I'm just showing. Let me just recreate this. Alright, now we just make some color adjustment to make to it. So let me first crop this image in here, because I don't like want it to be a full image like so. Just want this part in here. Alright, okay, like this. Now we'll just make a level adjustment to it. So go to level, and we just add blue to it. So we just go choose blue, and we just add a little bit of blue from here like so. As you can see, if I zoom in, it will give it a really cool look to it. And let's go back to our blue and add a little bit of yellow in here for the lights. As you can see. Alright, let's go. Not that much. Alright. I think if we darken it a little bit of the background, it will even look really cooler. So we just go and choose a level adjustment to it, and then we just darken it a little bit like so. Alright, and then we just go and choose a brush, and we'll just like make this inside of it. Try not to affect this. Alright, as you can see, looks cool. Now I will just go and uncheck the dust and these levels in here, and I will make a snapshot by pressing Shift Ctrl Alt E, and I will just bring it in top, and I will try like to make a sharpen for it. So we just change it to black and white by pressing Shift Ctrl U, and I will just go to the blending mode, and I will change it to linear light, and I will go to filter other high pass. This way it will make it sharpen even more, and it looks like really cool. So press OK. As you can see, it will give it really sharp look to it. But if we make this image we sharpen it with the dust, it will not look as blurry as we want it to be. So we just make a layer mask to it by pressing Alt, can create a black layer mask, and then I will just choose just the area that I want it to be affected with the sharpen layer in here. So we just try like just dress. Alright. A little bit in the hair too. Alright. And a bit in the legs. And there you go. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and it was a little bit helpful for you. I hope that you will try and use this for like more images, and try like different background and even your images. And don't forget to subscribe and comment, and have a nice day. Thank you for watching.